So, I hear you're a super soldier. That's right, since WW2. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm a Superman. Yep, I can fly, I have super strength, super speed, I can shoot lasers out of my eyes, I can freeze things with my breath, I'm super resistant to damage, heat, or cold, and my brain is basically like a supercomputer. Yep, I'm pretty much super everything. Not super humble. Hey, and welcome to the ninth episode of Creed's Modern Mondays. My name's Creed, and today we're taking a look at the DC Multiverse Action Comics number 1000 Superman. This figure was released by McFarlane Toys, I'm pretty sure at the end of 2019, but I didn't pick him up until January of 2020. In the box, you get the Man of Steel himself, two extra hands, and some type of trading card there in the back. I really like this box design. It looks very clean. It reminds me of Marvel Legends, but a little bit more squared off, and that's okay. I've always preferred boxes like this because I like the ability to put my figures back in the box if I want to. Here's the right side of the box where you see the DC Multiverse logo, Superman, and the McFarlane Toys logo. Here on the left side, you see the DC Multiverse, Superman Action Comics 1000, and the McFarlane logo. Here on the back of the box, there is this beautiful art of Superman standing in front of the Daily Planet. And down here at the bottom of the box, you can see some of the other figures in the DC Multiverse line. Now it's time to cut this guy open and get him out of the box. All right, and here he is, the Man of Steel, Superman. Now, one thing I didn't notice is that underneath Superman is an action figure stand. And that's pretty awesome. I wasn't expecting that. And here on the back panel, you can see all kinds of Superman, Batman, and other DC art, as well as the card that I was talking about earlier. It's the same art, of course, that's on the back of the box, but it is pretty nice. And if you look here on the back, there's a little blurb about Superman. And if you'd like to read it, go ahead and pause now. But I'm not here to read trading cards. I'm here to look at this amazing Superman figure and check him out. He is freaking awesome. So classic, so beautiful. Red trunks and all. Just glorious Superman. One of my favorite fictional characters of all time, and this figure certainly does him justice. Dare I say he's in a league all his own? But bad jokes aside, look at this face sculpt. I mean, everything about it. His jawline, the hair, the curl. Just, it's spot on. I love this classic look of the lower neckline with the cape tucked into it. And yes, this S symbol is a bit stretched, but I really don't care. Even the metallic finish doesn't bother me because typically the S matches his cape, but still the metallic works here. And even though it's a bit too big, the overall look works really, really well. Here, looking at his profile, you can see that his hair is actually sculpted. The S curl hangs out, and that is pretty sweet. It really adds to the figure, in my opinion. As we pull away from the face, you can see that the body's really well sculpted. The chest, abs, biceps, everything looks really nice and very proportional, in my opinion. I'm not real keen on seeing his articulation there. I wish they would have hid that a little better, but it's not super obvious, so it's okay. His classic red trunks and yellow belt match the rest of his costume really well. And he does have one open hand and one fist here, but I've actually put the fist on him. He comes with the two open hands. Down on Superman's lower body, you can see the boots are amazingly classic with this cut-in design here on his shin. Also, the cape looks really awesome billowing out. It's made out of a soft, pliable rubber, and the sculpt work on it's spectacular. All the wrinkles and folds look really nice. And like I said, it's really easy to bend, even though it's pretty heavy. It feels like it'd be really durable, but a child might be able to tear it off if they were playing with it too rough. I don't think an adult collector is going to have a problem with it, though. I especially like the sculpt on the cape because when he's standing, it looks like it's blowing in the wind, but you can also pose him in a flying position, and it looks like it's blowing in the wind when he's flying, too. So either way, it's a win. Now we're going to take a look at Superman's articulation, starting down here at the ankle. It has the ankle rocker like you'd expect most modern figures to have. And of course, it can also point up and also it can point down as you might expect. But he also has a toe articulation right here, which allows it to kind of step up so you can put him in neat positions like this, an often overlooked point of articulation. Now here at the knee, he does have the double knee hinges, so let's see if he can give himself a super butt kick. And, oh, yes, he can. Super butt kick is happening right now. Now here at the hip, he has a ball joint, so his leg can go out and go forward, but unfortunately, the trunks do kind of get in the way of too much of the backward movement. Now here at the waist, unfortunately, he does not have a waist swivel, but he does have an ab crunch, so he has a little bit of upper body mobility. Also here at the shoulder, he has the standard out and an up, but here he also has a small butterfly joint. It's kind of hard to see, but it is there. But honestly, it doesn't give him much mobility, so not really sure why it's there. Has a swivel here at the bicep. It's okay, but not too much. 90-degree bend here at the elbow, and the wrists can swivel, and they also have a flex point where they can kind of flex back and forward just a little bit. Lastly, here on the neck, Superman has a ball joint, so he's able to look up, down, all around. And even though it's a little bit limited, it's still pretty good. And that covers all 22 points of articulation for Superman. It's accessory time, and we're starting off by looking at his included stand, which has a clamp up here, allowing you to clamp it to different parts of his body. It also rotates, so you can have him flying or hovering. It's nicely ratcheted, so it holds him really well. Here on the base, you can see the DC logo, and there's also a peg, so if you want to remove the stand, you can actually have him just stand on it. The fact that this very nice, durable, high-quality stand comes with the figure for $20 blows me away, because you would end up paying $8 to $15 for a stand like this. It adds a lot of extra value, and I applaud McFarlane for including it. Anyway, here's Superman standing on it, pegged in. The peg's pretty tight, but that's probably good because he's very sturdy on it, as you can see, and won't fall over. And here he is hovering using the included arm, and I think it's pretty obvious that I'm going to display him flying or floating. It's just way cooler. Superman comes with 4 hands total. He has 2 open hands, which are good for flying or waving. And then he also comes with 1 fist hand. That's right, just 1 fist, oddly enough. And his other hand, oh yeah, it's a gun hand. What in the world do I need a gun hand for Superman? Look at this. It's designed to hold a gun and have a finger on the trigger. Why is this with Superman? It's so ridiculous. Also, I want to point out that the peg that holds the arm on is on the wrist, not the hand. With Marvel Legends, it's actually on the hand, and I prefer that because if it breaks off, you only lose the hand, not the arm of the figure. And here we are with the fist, just swapping it out. But I know what you really want to see. You want to see Superman with a gun. That's right, Superman working for the British Secret Service. Man. Superman. I'll have a martini. Shaken, not stirred. All right, now for a few size comparisons. Here is Superman alongside the 80th anniversary Marvel Legends Captain America. He is a 6-inch scale and Superman is a 7-inch scale, so you can see that Superman is quite a bit taller. And here he is beside the Halo Infinite Master Chief figure, who is also a 7-inch scale. So these two are basically the same height. Here's Superman alongside the 10.5-inch Diamond Select Immortal Hulk. Compared to him, he's pretty small. And finally, here he is next to the classic 1973 8-inch Mego Superman. Which one of these do you like better? I am always going to prefer my Mego Superman from 73, but this new Superman is pretty freaking sweet. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today's Modern Monday on the DC Multiverse Action Comics number 1000 Superman by McFarlane Toys from 2019. This figure embodies Superman in a way that most modern figures don't. The design is very classic, short of the yellow S not being on the back of his cape and his S shield on the chest being a bit bigger. I don't know how it could be more classic. He's got the red trunks, the yellow belt with the oval belt buckle. He even has the red belt loops and the little indentions at the top of his boots. I'm really particular about how I want Superman to look. I have a very specific vision in my brain for how he should be, and I feel like Jim Lee's art captures that maybe better than anyone ever has. And this figure is very Jim Lee. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up and leave me comments and all the good stuff. Ring the bell. Don't hit the thumbs down button though. That's a terrible button. You should never hit that button when you watch my videos. I have 2 different toy shows I do each week. On Wednesdays, I have my vintage toy show called KREED'S Collection. And on Mondays, of course, I take a look at a modern toy, usually from the last couple years. And those are almost always an unboxing. So I'll see you this Wednesday for another episode of KREED'S Collection. And I'll see you next Monday for another Modern Monday. And if you're still here, you might as well just stick around, hit that subscribe button, and watch one of these amazing videos. Look how good, look at that one. And look at that one there. Oh, you should watch that one.